BSI, my scene is safe. This is my only patient. There's no one around to get a sample history from. It looks like the patient slipped in the snow and fell down the stairs. The resources on scene are all we're going to need at this time. I have a 30 to 35-year-old male, looks to be unresponsive. I'm going to have my partner hold C-spine from now through the duration of the call. I'm going to check responsiveness. Hey, can you hear me? No response. Gonna check painful stimuli by pinching the ear and the trapezius. Got no response. I'm gonna open the patient's airway with a modified jaw thrust and look, listen, and feel for breathing. His breathing's inadequate. I'm gonna place an OPA and I'm going to have my partner bag the patient on 15 liters of O2, 12 to 20 breaths per minute. This time I'm going to check circulation for no less than 6 seconds. The patient has a weak and 30 pulse. Now I'm going to quickly do a chunk check, look for bleeding on the posterior side. I didn't find any bleeding. At this point, I'm going to determine that this patient is a rapid transport. I'm going to send my partner to go get a collar and a backboard. I'm going to go into my primary assessment. I'm going to check for decap BTLS. Going to check his cervical spine, check for JVD, check the collarbones and the shoulders, check the sternum, check the ribs. On to palpate the abdomen. And then going to push in on the hips, checking legs for pulse. I have a weak and 30 pulse present. Check this leg. I find a deformity. Checking the pulse, and I have no pulse present. Checking the arm. Got a weak and 30 pulse. This arm. I also have a weak and 30 pulse. We're going to put the collar on the patient, and we're going to roll the patient towards me so that I can check the posterior side with a log roll on 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to quickly check the posterior. I'm rolling the patient back. Now we're going to go into the secondary assessment. Going to check the orbits, cheeks, mandible, checking if the JVD has changed or anything, rechecking the sternum to make sure nothing's changed, rechecking the chest to make sure nothing's changed, checking the abdomen in all 4 quadrants, nothing has changed, checking the hips, nothing has changed on the hips, checking the legs, pulse is still present. Can you push down? Can you pull up? Can you feel my fingers? Going to check the leg, still got deformity there. Check the pulse. Can you push down? Can you pull up? Can you feel my fingers? At this time, I'm going to have my partner pull traction on the right leg. I'm gonna check the arm, pulse. Pulse is there, weak and thready. Can you grab my hand? Can you grab my finger? Can you feel which finger I'm holding? No response. Checking the arm. Checking pulse, still weak and thready. Can you grab my hand? Can you grab my finger? Can you feel which finger I'm holding? No response. Going to check the pupils, see if they're equal and reactive, and they are not equal but reactive. I'm going to check to make sure nothing's coming out of the ears. I don't see anything coming out of the ears. I'm going to check the lung sounds. The lung sounds are clear, and I'm going to get a blood pressure. Pressure is 160 over 120. And I'm going to reassess this patient every 5 minutes.